Hello, friends. The Cowboys are active. It is trade deadline day. They took a whooping, but they're doing stuff now, all right? Let's talk about it all today on the DLLS Cowboys show, which is meow. What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the DLLS Cowboys podcast on a Tuesday. You see Jeremy in there. He's part of the supporters club. You see the badge next to his name. He's dropping the DLLS tank logo.
That's not a tank. I don't know why I went full.
You can do however you want.
I went full.
My tank. We'll put the air horn in.
We'll put the air horn in there.
Yeah,
all right,
we'll put that in our tank. It's no problem. Welcome in, everybody. The Cowboys have made a trade. We're getting ready to party. We're here to do it. My name is Jeff. Next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
I will say, you used to have the hottest song around. Your song has gone down.
No, it's not true.
Now you've Ben cooked up another one for Vach last night.
What?
Yeah,
Vach has a song.
Man, Ben cooked up one for Vach, bro.
Vach Lombardi has a song here now.
Yeah,
Mine ain't gone. Y'all just quit using my song. It's a BS.
It used to be. You know, we only play the hits, baby. We only play the hits. We only play the hits around here. We only play the hits.
Yeah, that's good. Next to Jesse is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
I want to see you thrust.
Yep, that's facts.
Yeah, we need to get a song. We need some money so we can see Jesse do them forward thrusts.
We don't need all that. Next to Clarence is the second greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Ali Jawad. And I will be dedicating my performance.
Don't.
Whose birthday is it? Whose birthday is it today?
Don't.
I will be dedicating my performance on today's show to a man who is turning 56 years old today.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
What you gonna say?
All right.
There's two people turning 56 today: Matthew McConaughey and Diddy.
Oh, Diddy. Can I say something before you get started?
I'm gonna go with Matthew. Sure.
All right.
You know, before the show, this little window into the show, we were talking before the show, and Jesse said, "Jeff, you're kind of out of it today. Kind of energy low."
Oh,
is energy low? Feels like energy's low.
I don't think so. I would say
you're focused. You're not. You know,
reach in your pocket. Did you grab something out your pocket earlier?
I mean, you're focused.
Oh, I left my other half of the Addy in the car.
Either you're I mean, you're not the fun Jeff right now. I'm trying to figure. The Cowboys got you in the doldrums.
No, I don't let them do that to me anymore.
They do it to everybody.
I mean,
else.
they do at times. Yeah, at times, like while watching a game or while if somebody talks about something with the Cowboys, and I'm like, well, you know what's really happening there. There are things I get frustrated about. No, I'm in a good place today.
I'm just saying because it's like, I'm not saying that we expected this to be a great team, but after the start, the last 2 weeks, are we blindsided what we've seen, especially from the offense? I mean, we knew the defense was bad, but there was a time we thought, okay, the offense is going to score regardless, right? Are we blindsided just a little bit about what we've seen the last 2 weeks offensively?
No, I think we told you.
We do this offensively.
Jesse's been on it, and I told you what Dak is doing. It's like you can't cover everything up forever.
Yeah.
At some point, you're bound to make mistakes, and unfortunately, last night they made, and rarely at home too, they make these mistakes.
Yeah, at home because they've been play well, scored points at home.
Hey, eventually, the fact that your left or right tackle is probably getting smoked on your third. Eventually, you can't overcome everything.
Nate Thomas had to come in at one point.
And Nate Thomas got smoked
too. He got smoked. That's because Terrence still had a migraine. Okay, that's what you know.
How bad it was.
I had a headache too, Terrence.
You ever get whooped so bad that your head hurt?
Yeah,
I've had that as a little. And I'm also, you left off Karate Kid. Come on, dog.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't
you
care
did.
about Karate
Come
Kid.
on,
You don't care about Karate Kid?
No,
Come on.
No, I don't.
Wow.
I don't care about Karate Kid.
See, I'm telling you, some of your energy's down.
Go, Jess.
No, I just don't care about Karate Kid.
Your energy's down.
Man.
My energy is up.
That's like a staple in like you're growing up.
I know a Karate Kid.
What did Karate Kid guy?
Oh, of course you know Karate Kid. You probably saw the
like
second
Macaulay
and third
Culkin's.
version.
I've seen the first version
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying. Like Home Alone, Karate Kid, like that was like Mighty Ducks, Ninja Turtles. Like that was a part of our growing up staples.
If you were doing ninja stuff, for me, it wasn't Karate Kid. It was Ninja Turtles, of course.
Little Tum Tum.
It was Three Ninjas.
Donkey Kong.
And it was, I lost it.
Donkey Kong.
I ADHD'd it. Third Ninja. Oh, like Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes in the G.I. Joes. They had a couple of ninjas. I don't know why I wasn't a Karate Kid guy.
I was in the Karate Kid. I was on the wax on, wax off. Okay.
It could also be the years, your life experiences. I worked with a guy named Mike Bassick for a long time that was obsessed with Karate Kid, so he probably just wore my ass out.
I got you.
You know the crazy part.
Better be
crazy, obviously.
The sensei or the man in the Karate Kid, he got to start at Happy Days.
Not Ralph Macchio, Mr. Miyagi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
He was in Happy Days.
That's mad old.
Cowboys made a trade today, and they may not be done, but they did make a trade today for Logan Wilson, middle linebacker from the Cincinnati Bengals. And I do want to actually knock out a super chat before we jump into the conversation because I saw 20 before we even got started. Thank you to Dan.
Damn. Shout out.
He said I was watching Trust the Tape earlier. Oh, that's a little
I
tiny
thought it said
show.
Thrust the Tape.
Trust the Tape is a little tiny show on my little tiny YouTube page with Brian.
Thrust the Tape is my OnlyFans. No, I'm playing. Sorry. That might be a good OnlyFans name.
Trust the Tape.
Thrust the Tape? That's crazy. Right in front of the black man in front of the blackboard?
No, I was the man in front of the board.
Oh,
a man with the board. Someone in the chat said views are going to go down for creators because the Cowboys suck. This show is the shining light from the dumpster fire that is the Cowboys. 17-0 or 0-17. We in here. Thank you, Dan.
Appreciate you, Dan. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, Dan. You're a beast. Ozzy's in the super chat. We can't take an L on the bye week, right? Right? No, I think the bye week's a tie.
Do we win that tie?
Yeah, it's another tie. JJ's in the super chat. Glad my streaming service was blacked out. Good grief. Coming here for some therapy. Yeah, congratulations to everybody who has YouTube TV you didn't have to watch. And Andrew's in the super chat. Smokey from Friday asked his mama for money. She gave him $5 and he said, this ain't enough. And she said, make it enough. This is Jerry and the trades he's making. LOL. Get the ice tank out. Jesus is king.
Let's go.
Make it enough, baby. I like that.
Let's go.
Make it enough. Make Logan Wilson enough.
Versus everybody, whoever want to lose. I like that.
Yes, we added Logan Wilson from the Cincinnati Bengals. Initial reactions and thoughts.
Go ahead.
A homeless person goes to another homeless person and asks for some change. That's what we're doing here. The Bengals defense is worse than the Cowboys. It's at least as bad as the Cowboys.
Technically, I guess they're technically. I have to double check now, but yeah, they're number 31 and 32. They're basically number 72 and 73.
Well, there's still quite a gap in yards from the Bengals allowing.
What
a lot
about
more
points?
Scoring defense,
And
the Bengals are last.
And
they got us.
And regarding Logan, yes, he's better than I guess Jack Sanborn, which was a bad decision from jump. Everybody was high on Jack Sanborn offseason. And certainly we all know about K9, Kenneth Murray, and his struggles. He was never supposed to be the middle linebacker. But this dude got benched on the worst defense in football. He got benched on the worst defense in football, and now he's upgraded in Dallas. And we supposed to be happy.
I don't think you don't have to be happy. I think I view this trade 13 different ways. And number 5 is that if you just wanted to isolate, the Dallas Cowboys traded a 7th round pick for Logan Wilson. Yeah, let me get that one. I'm going to carry some water here. Standard disclaimer, Jerry Jones is a terrible general manager. Logan Wilson is obviously not a big enough name for him to know who it is, so he didn't make this trade. But Logan Wilson for a 7th round pick for this football team, yeah, I got nothing to complain about for that. I think Logan Wilson's a better player than Kenneth Murray. The guys who are replacing him, the Bengals, I don't totally understand their perspective here. Like, he's been a team captain. He makes some money. The young players they've decided to play over him have not played better than him. They've played worse. And so I don't totally know their deal. But I think watching him this morning, I think you have a middle linebacker who should step on the field instead of Kenneth Murray and play middle linebacker. And I think he's kind of a better Jack Sanborn, really. And I'm not doing that because they're white.
Well,
but he's just sort of you show me the play and say who screwed it up, and he won't be the answer most likely. Got some of the same stuff as Kenneth Murray in terms of doesn't really get off the blocks, can get hung up on that stuff. You don't want him in man coverage, and he's been missing some tackles this year, so I am naming negative things. I think it's incrementally improving your football team for a guy that also hurt a knee last year. So if he's coming back around and can continue to get better, then in theory you could have him for 2 more years, and maybe he could be your middle linebacker for 2.5 years for a 7th-round pick. Like, that's totally fine. I think taking it and just grading the trade on its own, I would say, yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Is there a learning curve with him learning the defense? To say he's going to come in and be a middle linebacker and get every, because getting people lined up is also part of the equation, right?
I think
calling defense is part of the equation.
I'm the wrong one to ask because, like, Jesse, you'll have a better opinion because you've been in the room. But here's what I would say. All this stuff when people hire new coordinators and they're like, well, of course they haven't figured it out yet. It's only been 9 weeks. There are hires made every offseason where the defense is better from day one. The offense is better from day one. The idea that NFL people who have been doing this for a long time can't run a fairly basic defense, I think is silly. But maybe I'm wrong.
I'm just talking about being comfortable enough to make calls and anticipate things. What you want your middle linebacker that looks like Jack Sanborn, that you like.
He doesn't look like Jack Sanborn.
You know, his style.
He's 10 pounds heavier. He's an inch taller, and he runs faster.
We love those guys because they anticipate. They can diagnose things.
That's racist. Although I guess it's racist in a good way. You're saying the white players are real.
Part of what you want to bring has been able to diagnose.
Is that even called racist?
Know the defense, right, Jesse?
That's definitely discriminatory.
Yeah. I guess it's just stereotypes.
It's
definitely stereotypes.
There's something in there. There's something along the lines in that situation.
Is there a learning curve? Is there a learning curve? In 1 week, he's not going to be able to come in and be able to be the middle linebacker that we want him to be.
I mean, a cover 3 is a cover 3 is a cover 3 is a cover 3, right? The responsibilities don't change for a middle linebacker in a cover 3. Okay. The responsibilities don't change for a linebacker in cover 2 or in cover 1. The responsibilities are still the same. Now, if they're adding wrinkles to certain things, maybe you're adding a wrinkle, okay, we're going to be in a cover 3, but this particular play, we're going to blitz off this. Now, that changes some of the aspects of where certain players might have to go and or be. Or if we're doing some sort of stunt here, okay, we're doing a twist or a stunt or whatever, that may change some of the dynamics in there. But knowing what to call in the cover 3 or knowing what to do in the cover 3 is the same. Your keys into certain things are the same. It's all about now you being able to read and to react. And so coming into a game, it's studying the opposing team's offense, and then being able to recognize and diagnose, oh, okay, they run this when that guard pulls. Well, if my key is when the guard pulls that I go and do this, that doesn't change. You don't need 9 weeks to figure that out. That was what the thing that I was crying out about so much about this defense is defensively, if we're running a zone, this is what we have. This is what we have. It's not a hard thing to learn if you're actually studying and putting in the time and paying attention to what the hell is going on. Those type things defensively, they don't change much, especially when you're talking about running as much zone as the Cowboys have been running. There aren't many configurations within that, especially from the linebacking position. So that was always a thing about me. And then it was, if you go from one strength to another strength, all right, yes, that does change the call. And now the linebacker, you have to be able to check that. Now, the guys behind you and in front of you, do they know what the check is to that call or the check is to the check? Now, that's a different story because now you've gone 2 and 3 checks into this thing, and now some guys may not know what the heck is going on, and that confuses guys. So will there be a small learning curve? Possibly, yeah, but it shouldn't be that big of a learning curve. Hey, we're running this defense. You do this in this defense. He's been around this league for long enough to where he knows what to do at that position where it shouldn't be too hard of a transition for a player. Now, will he get off blocks? Will he be fitting the gaps? And sometimes when you're around Ish, you start smelling like Ish. You start playing like Ish. Will he separate himself from that? Will he be the sounding voice? Will he be the one that I talked about, hey, grabbing guys and saying, hey, I know that the meetings ended at 6, but we don't have to be going out the door at 6:05. We can actually come back in here and sit down as a unit and watch this film for 30, 40 more minutes and try to really understand this thing. Will he be the one that communicates the best with this defense? That is yet to be seen. We shall see. They have an entire bye week. I'm hoping that he's flying in today and he's going to spend some time here this week with Eberflus and maybe grab some of those other veterans that may be around to hang out a little bit and learn some more of this. But if not, we'll have to just wait to see next week.
Jeremy said, Jesse, have you ever made an opposing wide receiver laugh at a teammate for getting routed up?
Oh, I can promise you, when they get into the meeting rooms, he is not going to hear the end of that at all. You get jammed up, you get shook, you get up.
Go.
That's there. He's gonna like that was a joke in the group chat. That's a joke in the film in the film room. He's gonna hear about that for a long time.
How about the message under that one you just read?
We don't care about that.
Why? That like we're doing a whole show. We don't stop the show for.
Let him have
hi
his
to-
moment.
Notice the one that just
Let him have
just
his
said,
moment.
"Hey Jackie, how you doing?"
I know something because it was about the football team.
Hey
You
Jackie.
thirsty.
Hey.
Coming up next, yeah, the Cowboys did get they got smoked by the Cardinals. We'll talk about the game and also are they done with the trade deadline? All that stuff is next on the DLS Cowboys podcast.
If you don't know where all your money is going, how you're spending, what you're spending it on, trying to understand all these different things, because money can be very difficult for a single person. It can be even more difficult for a married person. It can be even more difficult for a married person with children, with multiple children. Well, I have the answer for you. Monarch is where you can go, and they can be your financial command center. They can get you all this because, you have this lack of awareness. Sometimes I just go, I got a busy week. I'm spending here. I'm sitting here. Amazon this. I need to order a shirt for this. I need to order a shirt for that. I look up and I go, wait a second. Spend a little too much money. Spend a little too much money.
I never do that.
And the thing with Monarch is you can get it right here in your cell phone. You can just go and get it on your cell phone, and that way you'll be able to keep up with it, and they can get all the things that you need in order. So here's what you need to do. Don't let this financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use the promo code DLLS at monarch.com in your browser and get half off the first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with the promo code DLLS.
I want to shout out to our friends at Factor as well. I got some food delivered from our friends at Factor last week, and I've been tearing through it. I went keto style. You know what I'm saying? So I got me some meat, Most of them got them green beans in there for me. I tear those up, too.
You like a green bean, dude?
Whole
green bean or
green,
whole? Yeah. All right.
I mean, unless it's got like the whole tail thing on. I got get that out of there.
Right.
The actual stem or whatever it's called. Chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals that make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious no matter how hectic it gets in your life. Factor will get you food to you, you know what I'm saying? And they have so many different options, weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices. I went keto. Asian-inspired meals is a new addition for them. It's our friends at Factor. FactorMeals.com/DLLS50 off. Use that code. You get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for a year. DLLS 50 off at factormeals.com. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast, and this is the Future is Bright segment brought to you by Shady Rays, okay? And I can do this. I can pull this off. The Future is Bright segment.
All right, you got it.
Luke.
What's his name? Logan. Luke Wilson is.
Luke
Wilson is the
an actor, yeah. The future is bright because the Cowboys tried their best. They traded for a guy, and that guy, in theory, get his knee a little healthier, get back to tackling better, changing direction better. He's better than what you got, I think. So the future is bright when someone is better than a different person, and I think they got a better person. Nailed it. Are we done today?
Jerry says they're not. And he promised yesterday that they were going to work. They're working on 2 more things. We'll see if they get done. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about what those possibilities could be. The goal, the hope is Max Crosby for me.
Yeah, that's who they're trading for. If they don't, Jerry Jones is not trying his best.
They're not.
No, yeah, they absolutely
are trading for
Max Crosby to the Cowboys is a deal that should happen today if Jerry's trying to win.
That's not happening.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying.
So then you got maybe Bradley Chubb or Minka Fitzpatrick. I mean, Miami getting rid of everybody, right?
They are getting rid of a lot of people.
Fire sale.
Jalen Phillips is gone. Bradley Chubb, people are calling about. Ricky Scoops said we're in the mix for Chubb.
A dog.
I mean,
That's a dog avatar on Twitter that people
nobody.
follow.
I mean, like, dude. I mean, who else? I mean, yes.
The name that I have heard is Tyree Wilson from the Raiders. He's a former, of course.
He got first-round
Another
pick traits.
former first-round pick trait, rookie contract. Yeah, here we go again.
Has done nothing.
Yeah,
Former first-round pick, though, that I guess the Raiders are shopping. That's a name that I had heard.
Hey, you know, it's interesting. Remember that first-round pick from the Saints that the Cowboys signed in free agency?
Perion Winfrey?
Peyton Turner.
That guy.
I remember my draft guy.
Hey.
now.
Peyton Turner.
My fellow Coug, don't you dare.
He's on the way? He's on the come? Where's he at?
Did they cut him? Is he hanging out? Is he on IR? I don't even know.
We haven't seen him much in the locker room. Let's put it that way.
Still here?
He was injured in New Orleans, and he's been injured since he's been here, but he's somewhere in the locker room. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, personally. Can you?
No. Well,
you said my fellow Coug.
no. I'm like, would I recognize him in the line? Is that what you
Yes.
said? Yeah, I would, because, I mean, I worked with him at UH, so.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
You said hi to him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll see if they do something else. I do think the idea that you're going to nickel and dime your way to anything useful this year is no, you're not.
Well, to me, Minka's about this year, right? Minka's not about the future.
I wouldn't trade for anything that's for this year. I think that's psycho behavior.
Right. So
Absolutely.
what does Minka do for you for the future?
What's his contract? Let me see. I'll tell you what he does for me. Because what I don't love...
Minka's what, 29? 30?
Minka Fitzpatrick contract. Minka Fitzpatrick...
He is 28.
28.
Has a contract that runs...
Through 26.
Those are all void. So he's got one more.
One
He would
more
have
year
one more
left.
year after
Correct.
this one. So if you traded next to nothing for Minka Fitzpatrick, that's something that you could do. And you would have a starting safety next year that's probably better than anything you got back there. Not probably. He's better than anything you got back there.
See,
that'd be fine.
Here's how I look at a guy like Minka Fitzpatrick in this entire situation. If you're telling me that, okay, like Minka Fitzpatrick is a good piece to add to your football team if you're going to go get other pieces that allow him
To be his best, right?
to be at his best. Right? But if you're relying on him to play above what he is right now at this age and where he's at in his career, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you got a pass rush and you need a guy in the back end that's going to be where he's supposed to be, kind of be the signal call on the back end, great. If you have to have Minka Fitzpatrick back there, and now you don't have a pass rush and they're still covering for 4 and 5 and 6 seconds,
Right.
You're not getting the best of Minka Fitzpatrick. So, you know, I don't think he's at a place right now where you're looking at him to go, hey, you know what? You go down there and you cover Trey McBride. You go and cover Sam Laporta. You go cover Brock Bowers. I don't think he's that Minka at this point in time in his career.
Yeah, probably not.
He can't cover tight ends at 28.
I mean, better than you can now,
Tough
probably.
to do if you don't have a rush either.
I mean, again,
but
it's
he's a tight end.
It's an upgrade.
He's athletic safety.
And you got to start, like, you have to start somewhere.
There's
You
some
can't
good
say,
tight
like,
ends,
I
though. He
can't
listed-
add anything to this defense because they can't save me. Like, you start somewhere. You try to get better here, get better there. And then ideally over the course of an offseason, you get better there and maybe there. And then you start building something. I wouldn't mind if Minka Fitzpatrick cost you very little. I'll tell you the thing, though. This is my thing. This is what I don't like. Is it also, and this applies to Logan Wilson too. Like Logan Wilson, if he's here next year, will be like $6 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6.5 the next, something like that, if he's on the team. But you could always cut him if you wanted to. And if Minka were here, he would cost you $18 million against the cap next year on that single year. Without extending contracts or having guys on multi-year contracts, it's such a setup for what this front office loves to peddle to people. Like Minka costs 18, the end. If you signed somebody who makes $18 million a year, he's gonna count 5, and then 9, But the Cowboys are such big fans of just filling up their salary cap. Not writing checks, but filling it up with Minka, former first rounder. He's been a Pro Bowler. I can sell that to you. And he fills that 18 for real. Right. It actually sits there. So now I can sell you that we don't have the pie to bring in guys that would require us to cut a check.
Right.
Who would not count that big of a number on our cap and could be a better player.
Right.
Like, that's what the teams who want to win the Super Bowl do. The Cowboys let Kaiir Elam hold $5 million of it. Let Kenneth Murray hold $8 million of it, and then tell you they don't have the money to sign other players. They're very dishonest about something that most fans don't care enough. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't have to know the inner workings of a salary cap to be a football fan. I've spent too much time with the crap, and so I just know it's one of the ways that the front office is able to hold their team back. And they're not – I want to be clear about this. I don't think Jerry Jones doesn't want to win. I don't think that Jerry Jones thinks he's bad at his job. But he has to understand how the salary cap works. And so he is absolutely intentionally operating in a way that is less conducive to winning than those who are trying hard to win. And he has to know that.
That's a dangerous place to be. I think that comment that you just made is that Jerry doesn't think he's bad at what he does.
I absolutely don't.
No, and I agree with you.
He doesn't.
And I agree with you. But that's such a dangerous place to be in any walk of life. To have a false sense of reality, and really not understanding, like reading the room personally. And that's a very bad place to be, because if you can't see right in front of your face that this thing is not working well, then there's never going to be a change.
I'll give you an example.
No, I know. No, you don't have to. I know that you're right, but like to hear it, like when you said it, I was like, that's so dangerous. Like just in general, for people that don't recognize, like, hey, you're probably too inappropriate. Hey, you're actually really not that funny. Like you know what I'm saying? For a person not to know those things about themselves, and for him to be to have such great power and in charge of a franchise, who he ultimately makes the final decision, and he's unable to recognize that. That's
there's an example from the last 24 hours that I think is perfect. Last night after the game, Jerry Jones to Clarence to Ali to the reporters is talking about how I don't have the exact quote in front of me, but how he has made mistakes, and he recognizes that a lot of the product like this is on me.
Right.
But then he didn't give details what he meant by it. So this morning he's on the radio on the Cowboys flagship on the Fan, and he said, when asked to give an example, the example he gave was bullshit. The example that he went with wasn't, well, I got mad and traded Micah. That was kind of dumb. Or I keep pretending anybody who was a former first-round pick that I can trade for, the teams are desperate to get rid of. Those didn't work out. Shocking. Like, he's not going with any of the actual things that are mistakes. Right. He went with, well, I look at continuity. The defensive coordinators. I wish, I just, if we had kept and I know better. I know there needs to be continuity. You can't have continuity when the defensive coordinator got a head coaching job. You didn't have the choice there. That wasn't a mistake on your part.
He had a choice.
You could have fired McCarthy and made Quinn. You didn't have a choice on Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer, when you were letting coaches go, he would have liked to have been your head coach. If he wasn't going to be, he wasn't going to work for this guy. Like, you didn't have a choice in that way. And the answer you gave leads me to believe that the lesson you've learned is I need to give Matt Eberflus more time. That's a stupid lesson to have learned the ways that you made a mistake. Yeah. That's wrong.
And that's what everybody's getting out of it. I don't think he means it that way. I just think he's been performative. He's just saying stuff that we want to hear. We want to hear him say, I made mistakes. So I'm giving you an example. There's no way you can bring Matt Eberflus back. Okay? No way you can do that.
Continuity. Mistake I made is not having continuity.
He's saying that's right at the moment. It's like he said also on the radio. Talking about wanting to win, I have a natural urgency to win. I've made bad decisions. Obviously, being trite is one of his favorite words. It's being trite here with you guys. Yes, I made mistakes. We all know I made mistakes. I'm following the sword. I've made mistakes. There's no question about that. I'm supremely responsible where we are right now. But what are you going to do about it? Other than say it.
Nothing.
But it's hollow. It's empty. It's just empty words, but it sounds good on the radio. It sounds good in press conferences, and we're going to eat it up. Jerry's saying he's going to do this. He's not. He's not.
Key quote
Ultimately,
night,
he's not.
As he said, I like our nuts and bolts. He's not making changes.
The nuts and bolts on this team are really, 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 really bad. And the quarterback covered it up for 5 weeks. Your personnel on defense is atrocious. Your draft record the last 4 years is really bad. Your approach to trading in free agency has been really bad for the most part. Like Pickens was a good one. Williams was a good one. But even Pickens, well, maybe we'll talk about that next. They're probably about to make a giant mistake with George Pickens. Probably. And how is that going to look and what's going on with the trade deadline and all those things? Let's keep it going on the DLS Cowboys podcast next.
Do you like trust? A good reputation? I do too. So let me tell you about my friends at Qualys. With over 700 5-star reviews and an average rating of 4.9, Qualys Roofing is one of the most trusted names in roofing across North Texas and Austin. You like free stuff? Let me tell you about my friends at Qualys. Because if you get a roof inspection, get a free DLLS t-shirt. If you get a roof replacement, they let you choose between either a Blackstone grill or a Traeger smoker. Let's go. This storm season, don't want to waste time with those other fly-by-night people. They just come and knock on your door. They're not insured. They don't have the history. They're not connected. You want to go to somebody who has the quality. So here's what you got to do. You can call or you can go online and schedule your free roof inspection. And don't forget to ask for your free grill. About your free grill, visit QualisGC.com or just Qualis Roofing and Construction. That's QUALIS or call 817-500-9008 and get started today.
Shout out to our friends at PNC Bank. Y'all see this hat? You want some of this action for free? You could get one tonight. The 4th and the 6th. That's tonight and Thursday night.
Yep.
Our friends at PNC Bank have their little pop-up and that's in the PNC Plaza outside the AAC where the Stars play. And they get you hooked up. This is his Dallas Stars hockey hair hat, because they know long-term growth takes patience and commitment. That's something that banking and the hockey hair have in common. PNC Bank recognizes the value of long-term growth, too. It's time to see how good long-term growth looks on you. You can do that with PNC Bank, and you can do that with this sweet Dallas Stars hockey hair hat that you can get pre-game, before the game. Just run on by there outside the AAC and PNC Plaza. Get you some of this action. You know what I'm saying? No purchase necessary. I told you it's free. One per person while supplies last. PNC Financial Services Group, Inc. PNC Bank, an official partner of the Dallas Stars. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast, and we're seeing what the Cowboys are going to do here with the trade deadline looming today. We're seeing what all of this looks like. We're also living in a world where it's a world of sad right now. It's a world of sad, mad, frustrated, fed up, had it up to here situation with the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm it is a tote that thing. I can't do this right now.
Just do it.
Well, because what I wonder about right now is George Pickens, right? Like, that's one of the ones that you got right. And I can see this one from multiple different ways too. But the story that and the information that George Pickens has the same agent Micah Parsons had. They really struggled to negotiate there for a number of reasons. One, Jerry thought he had something done without an agent. That's not how things work. And when he was told to call the agent, now I'm offended, now I'm mad, now I'm going to trade you. Then I'm going to say that you wanted too much money, you were a bad run defender, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to do all those things. So George Pickens, you traded a third-round pick for, and he's been great. That was super dumb, by the way, George.
But he was good last night.
That
was good last night.
Super dumb.
No fun league.
There are 7 minutes left in this game, and we are really desperately trying to win this thing, and you cost me 15 yards for no reason. That was dumb. And he knows it was dumb, but he can't stop himself.
Yeah. He got a little goofy in him. And
that's one little play. But when you talk about the player on the field this year for the Dallas Cowboys, that's a $30, $35 million wide receiver.
Yeah.
Right? Is he going to be that?
Yeah.
Or team's going to be scared to have him be that because Pittsburgh was like, And, like, that was one little moment of him holding out a football. But, like, that's a little symptom of the things that people are going to look at George Pickens and be like, kind of does dumb stuff. Is that the kind of guy that if the Cowboys did what I want, which is sign him to an extension right now, that they would look at it later if things don't get better with the team? Does he become a malcontent? Do the things they worried about Pittsburgh come up? I don't know. But they also, like, they traded a third-round pick, and now it's time, like, today, if you are a competent front office, you have the plan in place for what's going to happen later with George Pickens. Is it even possible for them to have that plan in place when all they can do is guess at what he wants? Because you tell me they have not spoken to his representation for a guy they traded to and gave up a semi-premium pick, a day 2 pick, on a rental. If you do not have the plan in place for what's going to happen next with George Pickens, and it turns out the answer is he's going to walk, then you're doing dumb stuff by not trading him today, which I don't want to do. I'm just telling you. If for the 3-5-1 team, you ain't going nowhere. If your solution to how we're going to handle George Pickens going forward is, I don't know, what are you doing?
You know, I'm on both sides of this, you know, sign him, wait, because, you know, you don't have to sign him. You can wait, and, you know, because reactionary, he came in with warts or warning signs, and just because he has a good 7 weeks, you want to sign him for $30 million? How will he act when he gets paid, when he gets comfortable? He's on his best behavior now because he's trying to get paid. Once he gets paid and gets comfortable, he may go back to Pittsburgh, George Pickens, what you saw a glimpse of last night.
But that's not going to, like, him being on his best behavior in 7 weeks won't stop in 12 weeks or 15 weeks or 18 weeks.
Yeah,
or it won't. Because he still knows that I have to be on my best behavior until I get.
Well, he's talking about signing him now. I'm talking about you sign him now.
That's what my point is. I'm saying, yes, whether you sign him now or you wait till the offseason to sign him, the attitude is still the same. Yeah. He's going to be on his best behavior
until he gets paid.
Until he gets paid. And I'm not saying that there's some alternate George Pickens going to come out later. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he understands that I have to be on my best behavior until I get paid. That is a constant reminder that I'm sure David Mulugheta is telling him.
There it is.
Mulugheta is telling him weekly, hey, dog, don't. Hey, we ain't get paid yet.
Don't mess up the money.
Don't mess up the money.
You know, and another thing, this regarding the call last night, listen, attitude reflect leadership, okay?
That was a shoddy penalty.
Yes, discipline has been an issue with this team all season. They're still the most penalized team in the league. They still had a lot of dumb penalties last night. It's not just George Pickens. You know, when you talk about culture and vibes and we want to have fun and we want to do this, so you got a pregame dance off, yeah, I'm going to put the ball on your face because I'm allowing that. I'm not focused on being disciplined. I'm not focused. I'm not talking to my team about being smart and doing the right thing and not shaking your butt at the wrong time because we got pregame dance off. It's all about vibes. It's about doing this. You know, you put George in the right situation with the right coach that's preaching the right things all the time, you may not get that play at that point in the game. But at that point in the game,
Mike Tomlin got it for 3 years.
Exactly.
And I don't think he isn't. I guess I don't know, but I don't like picture him as loosey-goosey. We're just having fun here. Like, you can't stop somebody from doing what they do.
But for the Cowboys, though, it's a symptom of a problem that's been here. This undisciplined play, you know, not taking everything seriously, not being focused all the time, whether it's pre-snap penalties, whether it's, whatever, it's continually a problem. And you're not fixing the problem with vibes.
Yeah.
With ping pong.
Well, they need to know what their plan is with George Pickens. And if they don't know, then it's just another Cowboys front office.
It's a disaster.
Don't have a plan and have no clue what they're really doing. It's just, hey, trading for George Pickens would be fun. And then you get him. And it's like, hey, guess what? It worked out as well as you could have dreamed. What are you going to do now? I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Like, the winning part isn't happening for the Cowboys. Like, when you brought George Pickens and you thought, all right, cool, we bring this premier player in, paired him up with CeeDee Lamb, and we're going to have this dynamic offense. And that will result in us winning. That part hadn't happened. But everything else of what you brought George Pickens in to do has paid dividends, right? You're not seeing as many double teams on CeeDee Lamb, light boxes for Javonte Williams, Dak Prescott being able to have another reliable receiver out there that is making plays for him when plays need to be made. Like everything that you thought would happen, and that's the point I'm agreeing with you at, because there should have been, okay, guys, if everything goes well, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Like that should have been in the works when you signed him.
Yeah.
There should have been 2 contingency plans. Eliminate the contingencies. There should have been 2 plans. How do we offload this headache? Right? At the end of the year, cool. We let him go. We just let him go, and he's off. He's a cast off. He goes somewhere else. 2 teams that doesn't want this guy. The league will get the picture, and he'll stick around maybe a couple more years. Or everything goes as planned, and he is everything we thought and needed him to be for us. What does that look like us? What does that look like for us financially? And that plan could have been multi-layered. Hey, we're going to do a 1-year deal. Hey, we're going to do a franchise tag. Hey, we're going to try to sign him long term. Like those things should have been in play. The moment you signed him, those things should have kicked in and say, this is how we're going to do this thing. And we're going to work this thing out. But the Cowboys are going to do what the Cowboys do, and they're going to wait till the very last moment. And the difference between guys like CD and guys like Micah Parsons, he won't be under a contract. And he won't have to sign a franchise tag. Now, he cannot show up at all. He's not losing any money, and he can sign it whenever he decides to. But now you have another offseason distraction. You have, and we all know that's the kind of client. That's the kind of.
And then he'd be like, I can't. I don't think I can go week 1, guys.
Right.
My back kind of.
So like this is what you've gotten yourself into, and now we'll be talking about this again, and then your offense won't be all together at training camp and OTAs and blah 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 blah, and we just rinse and repeat the same thing over again. This has been the constant theme with the Cowboys when it comes to players that there shouldn't be a doubt about if you're going to sign him or not. Either you are or you aren't. And if you are, what you feel in week 7, I don't believe is going to change in week 12 or week 15 or in March, because he's going to be on his very best behavior until he gets the bag. Now, that may continue the same, like I said before, it may continue on as this is a newfound revelation for him, or you may get the Antonio Brown. I don't know, but I know he's a damn good player, and you brought him here for a reason. And the reason that you brought him here, he has fulfilled that destiny of that. You gotta make a decision.
What's y'all's like pay range for him per year? Like if you had to estimate,
I'm $28 million. That's where I'm at. I'm 28.
And I think if that's your number, you have to know you're not going to be able to keep him, right?
You're not getting him at 28.
Then
if he plays this way, I couldn't imagine that that's the number.
I can't pay $64 million for 2 receivers.
I say that because, DK's got 33 a year. Waddle's got 28.8. Brandon Ayuk's got 30, and Garrett Wilson's got 32.5.
So he's a $32 million player.
But all those guys,
put him in that range.
Maybe 33,
those guys
and maybe his agent says he's a $36 million player.
But see, DK is a bona fide, right? Like, now, listen to what I'm saying. On that roster, DK is the number 1. There is no debate about that, right? Like, DK's the number 1. Garrett Wilson, there's no debate about that.
Right.
He's the number 1.
Right.
Who else did you name?
I think Jalen Waddle, $28.2 million right now.
As the number 2. And there's your 28.
That's where I'm at.
However, we're in a new year now.
We're in a new year. That was 2 years ago when he got paid.
Brandon Ayuk is at $30 million. He's been out.
Yeah, Brandon Waddle was 2 years ago. Okay, that inflation, this natural inflation. He's not.
But this is what the Cowboys should have. This is what they've had since the day they traded for him, is to have this talk and to decide, what does that mean? Hey, somebody call David. What do they think? Well, what does he think he's going to get?
They don't want to call David. That's why they didn't call it, because they're scared of the number David's going to ask for. That's why they're not calling David. They're scared of that number.
Being scared to get information as a general manager of a football team is the dumbest thing I've heard.
They know the only way David's going to sign a deal in mid-season if you blow him out the water.
But I'm
going to take my chance at free agency.
That's what I mean. Like, you should have that information.
I can get 28 in April. Okay, I get 28 in March. I'm sorry. I'm not taking 28 now. If you want to get me done now, you got to blow me out the water.
You should have had that a while ago, though.
That information should have been present to you.
Yes.
So that today you can go
to determine, yes.
Hey guys, are we willing to? They're asking for $34 million. Are we as a group, this no matter how this thing projects, are we comfortable with giving him and CeeDee Lamb $34 million apiece? If the answer is no, then we need to let him go.
Right.
We need to go and get premium assets for him right now. Like, that's to call and not get that because I'm scared of the number is insane. No matter what the number is, I get the information and I go, all right, huddle up, guys. Here's what we got. We talked to David, and David said that they're looking to get $35 million. All right, let's push. Let's send them a number back at 29. And David goes, $35 million. Let's see what it is at 29 and a half. David goes 35. All right, David's stuck at $35 million.
And then there's other things you say to the agent. You say, okay, here's the thing. We know because of our roster and what we got going on, and we just can't put that much into one position. Do you want to call around the league and see if you can get that number?
Right.
And if you can,
we
can get the right trade, we'll make this work for you. Like, you should be working on that sort of stuff.
If it does matter
quietly
too,
in your room.
But
if it matters too, some of those guys I mentioned, DK's 27, Ayuk's 26, Waddle's 20, George Pickens 24. Yeah, and we're looking long term, and we're looking inflation, like you said, like numbers jump up.
And that's just how they do it. And just real quickly, I talked to Stephen A. yesterday, and I have all these conversations with Jerry Jones. And
it's the least jealous I've ever been of you saying you talk to somebody.
I'm not being jealous. I'm just giving you information. I'm not name dropping. But we were just talking. We just talked about the Jerry Micah dynamic. And how Jerry was just mad at Micah. He was mad how he handled it because he said Jerry told him he would have gave him $6.5 more million. But he was just done with Micah how he handled the situation. He was mad. That,
the GM got mad at his money. The guy who says don't get mad at your money got mad at his money.
That 46, I'd have gave him that.
Yeah, and to get back at Micah, he blew up his own football team. That's genius, Jerry. Coming up next on that'll show him. Take that. Go compete for a Super Bowl, you idiot. Get all your money and be on a better team. Ha ha, who's winning now?
We're not name calling.
They lost Carolina.
We're not name calling.
I was saying this Jerry called Mike an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Like, take that. You know how I'm going to punish you for being mean to me? You're going to get to play on a better team and get every dime you wanted. Nah. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, we will tote that thing. We'll get to your super chats.
Tote that thing!
Please hit the like button. We need you right now. It's a trade deadline day. We're going to try to find some optimism on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Need you to sign up to be a diehard. These are tough times. A lot of angst. Yeah. A lot of anger. Mm-hmm. A lot of apathy if you don't have anger, maybe. Because you can't have both, can you? If you're apathetic, you're not angry. You just don't care. But anyway, we're still going to be here and we're going to be doing shows. And I'll tell you what, I know they're cooked. Watch me try to sneak in this draft stuff way too early and watch Clarence smack it down. That'll be fun. That'll be part of the fun of the show going forward. I'm watching tonight. I have a full report tomorrow of 2 or 3 college players that I watched get started tonight.
Yo, what just happened?
Huh? Did we make a trade?
No, the Colts made a trade.
Become a diehard. The QR code is on your screen. When you do that, you get a free T-shirt from the merch store as soon as you do that. Here in about 62 seconds, looks like we got some news from the world of the NFL and the trade deadline. Does it have to do with the Cowboys? Probably not. But sign up to be a diehard. You get a T-shirt. When you do that, you get discounts on merch in our merch store. You get discounts on events. Here we go into year 2 at DLLS. We're going to have some events for you. And you get 20% off of them if you are signed up to be a diehard. You also get into our Discord, which is a lot of fun. You can go in there and be mad about stuff. You can yell about stuff. You can be happy about stuff. And it's not just sports in there. We talk about all sorts of things. It's a nice little community of DFW sports fans. Also want you to subscribe to Ali's newsletter, alldlls.com/newsletter is where you need to go for that. And then you'll be up to date with everything that is happening with your DFW sports teams. It'll be right there in your inbox every morning. And we're trying to break a record for signups this week for Ali because our jobs are constantly in danger. And if he gets numbers, can't fire Ali, So alldlls.com/newsletter. Sign up for that bad boy and do it now. It is the DLS Cowboys podcast. It appears Ali was staring at the internet and that we may have some NFL news. What we got going on?
Sauce Gardner to the Colts. 2 first-round picks in return.
2 ones.
See that? We see it.
2 ones for Sauce.
Jumping on our show.
Jump on our show, KG.
I mean,
what's up, KG?
Sauce Gardner?
I'm jumping on the Maverick show.
Come on in. We ain't got nothing to talk
Make
about
that too.
anyway.
Jumping on.
Come
Make that
Come
too.
on.
Jumping on. I'm jumping on.
You come on.
that's nice.
Love you, boys.
Colts. The Colts are such a weird one.
Look, man.
Because you just can't convince me. No, it's going to take until they literally are like in the AFC title game before you can convince me the Daniel Jones
but
team.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
they've been
That's what I
playing
was
so
saying.
well.
They're like, listen,
We're going.
we may
7-2.
not get this next year from Daniel
No.
Jones.
We're going.
Let's do
Let's
go.
do it before the topic of
Yeah.
do we got to extend this guy? Let's go all in now.
Let's go all in.
I would have loved to have been in the sweepstakes for that, but I have Deron Bland, so I don't need it. I got
Sure.
sauce. I got sauce at home.
I got sauce at home.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got barbecue sauce at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. After last night, you got sauce on.
Sweet baby Rays.
You got.
Would you have been happy if the Cowboys had, like, there's nothing to make the Micah trade a good idea. Jerry screwed that up because he got mad, and that's a really bad thing for a GM to do. But then if he turned around and gave 2 first-round picks for Sauce,
Yes.
would that at least make you feel better?
To me, sauce is not worth 2 first-round picks.
I wonder about that too.
Yeah.
He been a little,
Not 2 first round.
I don't think
Not
sauce
2.
worth 2. I don't think sauce worth 2 first-round picks.
But the Colts, and everybody loves the new owner because she's out there taking notes. Got headsets on.
Oh yeah, everything on the internet that I've seen about that has been very positive.
Very positive. Because if Jerry was doing it,
It is
it'd
not
be a
bad.
problem.
People are
Doesn't he
making
do it
fun
in,
of her
in
a
his
ton.
suite?
And they're also saying, you know, we need to Charlotte needs to, you see what she's doing? Let Charlotte take over. I've heard that too. I've seen that too.
I would love
Bro,
for Charlotte to go.
we're so desperate. We want anything.
I would
We want
love
anything.
I've seen that too.
I would love it.
But 2 first round
We
picks
want,
for
we
Sauce.
want Dan Campbell attitude at head coach. We want Charlotte running on the sideline.
go.
We want Howie Roseman mentality. We want Snead F them picks approach. We want Kyle Shanahan at the head coach. We want Sean McVay at the OC.
Shanahan can't win a big one.
This is for the young generation, okay? We have yet to see it, unlike Clarence, who has seen it all.
He ain't seen it either.
He's seen all 5 Super Bowls.
Oh, not as a reporter.
Not as a reporter.
Look, man, I don't care, reporter,
was
fan,
alive,
I don't care what you are.
I've
You've
seen
seen them
them
hold the trophy, all right?
I have. He's not even seen him hold a trophy.
The hard part, to me, the hard part right now for the Cowboys is like, sure, I'd love to have Sauce Gardner on my team. And if it's 2 ones, okay. If you're trying to win and you go get crazy and you go get somebody, okay. The real hard part for me is you could trade for Sauce and I'd be like, you're still not good enough. You could trade for whoever and I'd go, you're still not good enough. So to me, the hardest part is I don't know the way out of where the Cowboys are right now. Where you are right now is on a 3 or 4 year run of letting more talent leave than you bring back in, drafting poorly, making poor front office decisions. You're so far away that the answer is they need to crush a draft or 2. And they need to hit another Javonte Williams or 2 where you found something that other people didn't value. Like, it's just the amount of how far away they are from good sucks. That sucks. And there's nothing you can do about it today. Hope to God that Tyler Guyton and Terrence Steele or Nate Thomas play better.
Good luck.
Hope to God that Logan Wilson helps you a little bit at linebacker, that your defensive tackles make a bigger impact, that Ezraku keeps coming along and Clowney keeps getting better, and that somebody figures out how to cover. Like, it's just you have to go down a list of so many things to make yourself good. That's the hard part of where you are. You have to do a lot. And you got to do it real quick.
Yep.
Because your quarterback window is probably 2 years.
Yep.
Before you're going to pay him again or we're in a bad spot, guys. It's not ideal. Super chats. Oh, yeah. Well, let me knock through super chat. Blessed Man is in the super chat. Hopefully no more trades. Don't ruin the tank. Ain't nothing wrong with tanking. Clarence, we got to hit on these draft picks. Mariano's in the super chat. Do you agree this team just reacts to media criticism? Ask head coach about toughness. Embarrassing Mike caught rival saying scoring's easy in Javante's butt. I do think Jerry
Is it the owner?
The owner is definitely reactive to what he hears, but he also doesn't mind criticism. And I think his reactive is more to what will make sure you stay interested.
Right.
Just enough.
Yeah.
To keep watching, just enough to keep coming, just enough to keep talking about it, just enough to keep you engaged, but never enough to fully satisfy you. Because I'm telling you, like, if you read business books, if you read how things work in business, I just want you to keep coming back. I want to give you enough and get you hooked in enough that it's a drug. The first one's always free. And then once I get you hooked on, I just keep bringing you back. I like, look at our timelines. There are a ton of people that are just like, well, 7th round pick. I'm not mad at it. He's better than what we got. So you know what that means?
That was me.
So you know what that means? Guess who's coming back after the bye? All of those people for the next 2 or 3 weeks. No. I mean the people.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I've given you enough just to wet your palate a little bit to make you go, well, let me come back in 2 weeks to see what happens. Right? Let me see what he looks like with Overshown. Let me see what Overshown looks like with him. And then I hook you for another 2 weeks. And then I get you at Thanksgiving, right? Because at Thanksgiving, what else you got going on Thanksgiving? It's a part of your tradition. Yeah. We cut the turkey. We watch Cowboy football. We watch Lions football. We watch turkey. And then I keep you a little bit more because whoever else we play behind that, you want to kind of just see. And then we're at Christmas, and then the season is almost over. And then I get to hook you back in by doing off-season stuff.
What are they going to do with Pickens?
I just want to give you enough.
But you're right. And you make it perfect. The Cowboys are the drug for Cowboy fans. That's the drug that they can't get enough of. No matter who the owner, no matter who the coach, no matter who the players are, they keep coming back because at their core, they're Cowboy fans. And then you add in Jerry Jones and what he does to try to keep you hooked. But the Cowboys are the drug. I was at the thing yesterday. Jerry Jones is a rock star, the Cowboy. A lot of people are trash. A lot of people agree with Jeff. But there's so many people. We love you, Jerry.
Just chant his name.
We love you, Jerry. Jerry. He's a rock. The line for his autograph was insane. And the same people were soaking up Stephen A. They love it. They hate Stephen A. Rips the Cowboys. He's there, and they're taking pictures with Cowboy fans, taking pictures with Stephen A. Even though he trashes the team. Then he's sitting in Jerry's box, as you tweeted so eloquently last night about Stephen A., who's trashed the team, trashed the fans, called the fans. I did a video with him, called the fans cockroaches, right? Mm-hmm. He's in Jerry's box, in Jerry's suite. And people still continue to eat it up because the Cowboys football we can't get enough of. The Cowboy fans can't. That's the drug that's never going away.
We're going to tote that thing tomorrow. Superchats, Dro knows. It'll be a tote that thing Wednesday. Walk that thing. Wonk Eye Wednesday.
Yeah.
White Boy Wednesday.
White Boy Wednesday. I like that. Did you say whiteboard?
Whiteboard.
I like White Boy Wednesday. A show about me? A big show for me tomorrow.
And you and Logan Wilson.
Yeah, Jeff and Logan Wilson get their shine on tomorrow. Eberflus should be forced to hire Anthony Weaver, the Dolphins DC, as linebackers coach, assistant D coordinator. We want Crosby to be prepared for Tyree Wilson, Raider, who's probably on the trading block. Former first-round pick. Jerry can sell that. Chris is in the super chat. Thank God we got a bye week. They hurt my eyes. Armand, breaking news. Jerry is still a trash GM. That's name calling. I don't support that. Now, the underlying, yes. Zach, for every GP, there's 5 Mingos.
Exactly.
Trade GP, get more draft darts, take a shot of Fireball. I like that plan, Zach. B-Bird, the ultimate falling on the sword is losing your job. The Joneses can't lose theirs. They are competing against GMs whose jobs are on the line.
Rex.
That is the problem. Ozzy's in the super chat. Team is playing like a circumcised mosquito right now.
Mosquito.
CC Black is in the super chat. I loved Revel's draft tape. Might be the best cornerback on the team. And if you tell people he might be the best cornerback on the team, if you tell people that, guess what? He'll be here in a couple weeks. You're fired up now. You're fired up now.
He haven't seen him yet. He's done nothing yet.
Deron Blaine's been an all-pro. Albie is in the super chat. I hope we lose out, Ice Tank GIF, and trade Dak this offseason. He deserves so much better than this clown show of a franchise, just like Romo did. The Lunatic, Jerry is a Hall of Fame owner, but a POS GM. DC4, he is a great owner. He is so good at giving you things to talk about with his football team, which I appreciate because it's my job. when I tell you I appreciate owner GM as much as anyone on the planet, or as the owner, as the GM, boy, it sucks to be at a competitive disadvantage every year because you're not actually trying your best to win. He thinks he is. He thinks the way that he does things is the right way to do things. He's just wrong, but nobody will tell him he's wrong because he's in charge.
Like our nuts and bolts.
We like our nuts and bolts.
But he doesn't like how the nuts are bolting right now.
That sounds like you would blame the coordinator who he just didn't blame today.
I like our nuts and bolts not bolting well.
Richard, shout out to Draft Show. Those guys love Nolan Walton. Nolan's a heck of a player. Heck of a prospect as well. All right, remember, we'll see you tomorrow. You have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.